Welcome to Knife Chats with Tobias. I'm Tobias. This here's Kitty. She's the production staff. We're going to get the show on the road in just a second. But if you like what you're seeing, give it a big old thumbs up and leave us a good old comment. And don't forget to share it with your friends. And as always, if you really like it, subscribe and ring that notification bell. Kitty loves it when you ring that notification bell. Ain't that right, Kitty? Yeah, I know. Stick around, it's going to be a great show. So I had this crazy idea to do a video that was nothing but a slideshow of all of my toothpicks, and I thought this was going to be real easy. Just go back and grab these slideshows of the various videos that I've done in the past, and so I thought, well, I'll go grab the ones off of the Guardian Angel. Well, the slideshow for the Guardian Angel was like 3 slides, and it was awful. Matter of fact, the entire video was pretty awful. And so I thought, what the heck, I do want to do a slideshow of the Guardian Angel toothpicks, so you got this video coming now to replace the really crappy video from before. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with these toothpicks, they were made back in 2009, and they are very difficult to find now. So what we have here is the box, and you see here, Raging Bull Blade Works trademark registered, Guardian Angel, take one with you everywhere you go, quality knife or quality pocket knife. And you see on the side here, the angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them. Psalm 34:7. And on the other side of the box, you see www.kyknives.com, www.kyknives.us, and G. Yoakum Enterprises, and then the Raging Bull logo there. And then this is the number for one of these. And if this number looks kind of similar to U.S. Classic Knives, that's because I got a feeling that Gary Yoakum was somehow affiliated with U.S. Classic Knives, and I believe he piggybacked off of them to get these knives made. Now, I'm not saying these knives are made by U.S. Classics. They're not. They are actually made by Raging Bull Blade Works, and Gary Yoakum has several other knives that he makes and he sells on his eBay site. Anyone who has been to KY Knives or Kentucky Knives has been to his eBay site. That's his site, KY Knives. He sells a lot of economy knives. Right now, I think he sells a lot of Schrade. He used to sell a lot of Rough Riders. That's how I got to know him, and that's how I ran across these Raging Bull Guardian Angel knives. Now, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe the Guardian Angel knives came out in just 2 patterns. One of them being the large toothpick, which you see here, and the other one being a swing guard, better known as a cheetah. And that's it, just the swing guard and the large toothpicks. And from what I understand, a grand total of 5,000 Guardian Angel knives were made. Now, I'm not sure if that was 5,000 large toothpicks and 5,000 swing guards, or if it was 5,000 total. But if it was just 5,000 large toothpicks, then what you have is 1,250 in each of these handle materials, which is the cracked eyes, the tiger eye, the green swirl, and the purple swirl. Now, the swing guards or cheetahs, they have these same handle materials. I do not have any of the swing guards. If it's 5,000 total, then there's only 625 each of these knives. But I'm almost positive that it was 5,000 large toothpicks made and 5,000 swing guards made, which means 1,250 of each handle material. So let's take a look at the large toothpicks. Those were the ones that I was interested in picking up. We'll start on the left with the very first one I ever picked up, which is the one in the cracked eyes. And to tell you the truth, this was the first large toothpick I ever bought. And these knives
Well, let's see here. We can see from the tang stamp here, Raging Bull Blade Works. And on the other side here, you see Raging Bull, China, and then the number 09. There we go, 0909. And that's for the year 2009. That's when these knives, well, I don't know if that's the year that they first came out or if that was the year that they were put into production. But 2009 is the date often given for these knives. I think I picked it up in 2010. If not, it was early 2011 that I picked this knife up. And like I said, this is the first large toothpick I ever bought, and this is the knife that got me totally interested in large toothpicks. And now it's probably my favorite brand or favorite pattern of any traditional pattern knife I collect. And yes, I do definitely carry a large toothpick all the time. So the Raging Bull ones, as you can tell, all of them have an acrylic handle. This one has the cracked ice or pearlized handle. All of them have brass pins holding that handle on. This one has the Latin cross for a shield, a nickel silver Latin cross shield. And then you see the triple ringed nickel silver bolsters, including the triple ringed nickel silver powder horn, and brass liners, and a 440A stainless steel back spring and 440A stainless steel blade. And if you notice right there, that knife looks very similar to a knife made by another brand, and that would be Rough Rider. Okay, so here is the Rough Rider long rifle large toothpick. And well, we'll first look at the two blades. The blades are identical. I mean, there might be a little bit of a difference in the grind right around here and such, but really that would be just based off of a year of production or something. The two blades are identical, short of the tang stamp. You see there, they both have the same match striker pull and the same blade profile. As for the handles, I mean, with the exception of the type of bone used in the middle and the acrylic on the other side, these handles are identical. You have the same triple ringed bolsters going on, and you see the same brass liners and back spring going on there too, and also the same brass pins. Now, moving over, here is a Marbles large toothpick, which was also made in the same factory as the Rough Rider knives, and we see that it is also pretty much identical to this Raging Bull, right down to the blade shape again. And all of these knives are using a 440A stainless steel blade, so everything about these knives is identical to a Rough Rider knife, with the exception of the tang stamp. So they're coming out of the same factory, and the build quality is identical to theirs. You've got the same nice tight blades, same blade action, everything about them is the same. Build quality is just fantastic. So shortly after getting the one with the cracked ice and really admiring how well it liked and really falling in love with the toothpick pattern, I decided I wanted to get one with the Guardian Angel wings. And these were the two options that you have, one in the green swirl or the one in this yellowish colored handle. At first I was thinking I was going to go with the green swirl one because, well, you can see the wings better. But I really do like this yellowish colored handle. So I ended up going with this one. But now, before I go on, now if you notice, if we're talking 5,000 knives total, then what you have is 2,500 of them have Latin crosses, the white one here and the purple one. And then 2,500 of them have the Guardian Angel wings. So each one is, you know, there's only 2,500 Guardian Angel wings, 2,500 Latin crosses, and then between the Guardian Angel wings, 1,250 of each handle material. Now the reason I went with this one is because of the material, which is well, it's still an acrylic material, but it's called tiger eye, and it's based off of a stone in nature. And I just really like the way this looks. It's one of the, when it comes to swirly plastic handles, this is one of my favorite looking handles, the tiger eye. Now, not every company makes it looking like this, but this company and US Classics did that. And matter of fact, the first US Classic knife I ever bought was this one here, which is the Congress in US Classic. And well, if you notice, remember I mentioned that these knives have a distinct similarity between the Guardian Angel knives have a distinct similarity to US Classics. Well, there's the US Classic thing stamp from '09, and well, Raging Bull. So they were definitely piggybacking as far as I can tell. In any case, back to the knife. So that's why I ended up picking up this one next, is because of the tiger eye handle. And once I had one with each shield, one with the wings and one with the cross, I said, okay, I'm good. I got one of each, and I got them in the two handle materials I like best. I've got the cracked ice, and I got the tiger eye. And then I said, I'll get the others later. I've got other knives that I'm interested in picking up. And that was my big mistake, because a couple months later, I went back saying, I think I'll go and look for another Guardian Angel toothpick. Well, I really should have paid attention to just how small the batch numbers were, because by the time I got back, they weren't showing up on his eBay site anymore. And so I emailed him and asked him, hey, are you going to have any more of these Guardian Angel toothpicks? And he said, no, I've made one run of them. I am not making another run of them. They're done. And I'm out of stock. And so you'll just have to hope that they show up somewhere else. By somewhere else, that somebody who bought some off of him were going to sell them later. So secondary market time. And so I started looking for Guardian Angel toothpicks after that on eBay. And about 2 or 3 years later, this one showed up, the purple swirl with the cross. And so I finally got another one. And as you can tell, this one, apparently it might have been stored improperly or something, but there's definitely a little bit of gapping going on there because of whatever. In any case, other than that, it looks in really good shape. And I gotta admit, a lot of people point this out. You can just see that cross a whole lot better on the purple than you can on the cracked ice. And so a lot of people like the purple with the Latin cross the best out of all of them, and really it does kind of look nice, but it's really still my third favorite in the handle materials. And the only reason it's the third favorite is because of the Latin cross. If the green one would have had the Latin cross and this one would have had the Guardian Angel wings, this would have been my fourth favorite. But color-wise, that purple really does pop, and it looks really great. Even though it was stored improperly, everything else about this knife is in really good shape. There's just that little bit of gap right there. And then finally, about a year after getting this one, I finally managed to get this one. And this was the most expensive one out of the lot, simply because they were on the secondary market. And even though these knives were made in China and originally sold for like $12, people started asking ridiculous prices for these. I managed to get this one at a fairly, I guess it was an all right price on in an auction, but it was at least twice the price of the original one. You know, I think I paid like $24 for it. But to tell you the truth, it's worth it. It's a $24 knife easily. It's in really good shape, and it was new and in the box. And that's the thing that I'm finding out with these is typically, even though they're showing up in the secondary market, they're not showing up used. They're showing up as almost new old stock or like new, never carried with the box. And that's because the people who bought these to begin with were buying them because they wanted them in a collection, not so much to use, but to or carry, but to actually just have as a display piece in a collection. I know a lot of people think, what a waste of time and money to just have a knife and not use it. But to tell you the truth, this knife gets very little pocket time, and when I do carry it, it's for special occasion. In the same case with these other three, I do occasionally break them out and carry them, but not so much to use them, just because I want to have them on me at that given time. And I got a feeling that's what's happening with these knives. And the thing, one thing to point out about it is that also means that we're talking about a $12 knife out of China that now is being sought after by people, and people are paying a lot more than what the original asking price was. So yeah, it can happen. I know I've said the same thing with the Rough Rider knives that are in Stag. Those also go for a lot more than they're worth. And you even see that with a lot of old Japanese-made frost knives. Man, those things can get ridiculous in price too. But in any case, this is my collection of Guardian Angel knives. Really happy that I've got these four. I know somebody else is out there trying to get all four of the cheetahs. I wish them luck. They're harder to find than the large toothpicks, I think. But with that said, I guess I will let you go at this point, and we'll go on to the slideshow. Thanks again for dropping by here at Knife Chats with Tobias. I'm Tobias. Kitty here's the production staff. We both want to thank you very much for dropping by and spending a little time with us. Talk to you again soon. Right, Kitty?